Welcome back everybody, it's DestinysJesus here. Today we've got a video looking at the 22 kill game that got Zexrow, Mackwood and Calc kicked from Elite Scrims. They basically just went around W King and storm fighting in Elite Scrims, which obviously got them banned. But we're looking at how they took these fights, a couple different things that they did in the fights, as well as the communication. So many players are struggling with useful communication at the moment, so we're going to have a couple of different things that they say to each other that are helpful in fights. Alright, in this first fight, we're going to look at what Mackwood actually says, which is extremely important. And it's basically a piece of planning communication, right?
Yeah, they're randoms. Try to kill that kid, bro. I'm about to heavy snipe in, literally.
Okay, so Mackwood says, I'm about to heavy snipe in, right? That's really, really useful. It might just seem like an offhand comment, but it's really useful just for the fact that it means, A, his teammates know that he's going to be like a kind of a dangerous, risky play, and B, what they need to do to help him with that, right? They need to look over, maybe spam for him, maybe be prepared to box fight with him, right? And that basically allows him to get a free kill and start the fight off well. Mackwood heavy snipes in, Calc's over there helping him. Now Mackwood shakes him down. No players honestly are doing shakedowns. If you shake somebody down, it gives you this kind of OP like complete outline on the other player for a couple seconds, and then they have the mark over their head for the entire time. So it allows the Calc to go over and get that kill for free pretty much, and they give themselves a really good advantage in this fight. In this next fight, we need to look at how they set up on different angles and also split as they pinch, right? So they always zip line over and come over and then try to third party this fight.
I can jump in, bro. Oh, wait, I can kill this kid.
So look at the immediate pinch that they've got. Mackwood's on this side, right? Calc realizes that Mackwood's setting up with a ramp there, so he comes over and approaches from this side. Immediate pinch there. And then Zexrow's on top, and he can kind of control and stop somebody from going up for height, or he can just wait and pressure from the top, right? Really good default setup to pressure one box.
Yeah, he just went out on me. I hit him for 50.
Now they regroup around, and this is where they actually force it into the box, right? Again, Calc is really good at being aware and going around for the flanks here, and then Zexrow's going straight through the box this direction, where Mackwood's on top now. So they've kind of reset their roles, right? It's always two people pinching, one person on top kind of holding and just making sure they can't go for high, and then they can also AR spray, right? This is where they commit to the box. Good communication where he says in here, right, and then he forces cone, Zex is waiting pump, and then when the fight shot up. Alright, in this next fight from a different game, we'll look at some really good examples how to set up your pinch at the start of the fight to get good damage in, as well as how to stay alive in a situation where you're getting pressured by multiple people, which is actually a massive skill, right? Being able to stay alive and get your teammates to come over and help you in time is really useful.
Oh, he's behind the tree, behind the tree.
Okay, so you can see here, this is where the pinch kind of sets up. Then there's two on the hill, one behind this tree. And Zexrow goes wide, left around the tree, right? He's going left around the tree. Mackwood and Calc are kind of together here. Zexrow has the split angle, and it might not seem that much of an angle. It's only maybe like 60 degrees off to the side. But this angle allows him to get a sideways shot on anyone on these ramps, or anyone who overpeaks trying to get free damage from up top. Like up here, he can easily get a beam on, right? Just because he's kind of at an off angle that they don't expect.
Oh, he has a minigun.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is where they all three decide to contest for height. I'm on height, really useful comes to give over. And so this extra shots solo box fine. And this is a mistake, right? It's not a big mistake if you did this more safely, but the fact that Calc and Mackwood are down here fighting the other two players and he's solo fighting is an issue in a second. Gets that piece control taken on top of him, and look what he does. He actively places this wall in front of him to prevent himself getting boxed up in like an angel situation. Places that wall, edits through and gets out. Again, other player comes around, now he's getting pinched by two players, right? But they take this floor cone edit above it on top of his head, places this wall and edits out. Really useful. Again, always claiming the walls and edit through so he can't get trapped. And now he resets the fight, gets above, and Mackwood and Calc will come over, they're resetting. Really useful comp, he's in this, right? As teammates who know exactly where they are. Again, shakedown, you really honestly need to 100%, if there's one thing in this video, you should start shaking down and show box fights. It's so useful and allows you to end the fight so much sooner. Now they know exactly where this guy is. All three of them can pinch so cleanly without any comms, right? They just know exactly where the guy is. Free damage and free kill. Okay, in the last part of this video, I'm talking about something that's extremely important and that you and your trio need to get in the habit of doing. And it's basically to have a micro plan in a fight that one player can call and the rest of the players can act on. So look at this example here. Okay, so they realize this fight's kind of stalemated. Mackwood says, I need you guys to do something.
Hit him 40, hit him 40.
And this is where that plan comes in, right? With the information they have.
Wow.
Based up.
Going.
Only one's up there. We can fight for it.
Only one's up there. We can fight for it. That is a crucial bit of information to translate over. Now, all three of these guys know, okay, we're all going to go up for height, secure high ground first of all, and then secondly, go for the kill on the solo up top, right? Because other players are split.
Yeah.
He's on my wall, bro.
Confirmation by Calc.
Oh, it's not a controller. I need to know.
I'm up. I have it.
Good standard comms. I have height. Now they can all go for a little pinch by themselves. All of them trying to pinch this guy who's still up top, right?
Oh, he's in your mark.
90 crack.
Got a lot of damage, and now they chase that.
Fucking kill this kid.
Yeah, we're going now.
We're fighting this.
40, wait, dead!
Nice. Above, right here, in here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is where Zexrow kind of bots out. So they got that initial knock. Zexrow only goes down here. Questionable mechanics.
Oh, my life.
But he gets out and survives. And this is another useful thing that you can get in the habit of doing also is basically when you're low and your teammates are fighting, don't just stop and heal and like AFK and pop minis. Go and help your teammates, right? If you just run over and shotgun, you can often get a free kill because they won't expect you to peek when you're low, right? And also, like, if you just stop and heal, then you completely take yourself out of the fight and not useful at all.
Over here.
140! In my box! He's up.
Yo, I'm in.
Getting this full kill.
Everybody stops and resets the fight. They calm what they're doing. Drinking mini, I'm getting this full kill, right? So they slow down. Zex sets up quite safely here.
I see him.
Doesn't overcommit in this fight.
I don't know. I'm gonna go heal.
Now he goes and heals.
He's in
140.
my box.
Yeah.
Ran out.
There's an RPG. Can one of you hold?
Dead.
And then win the
You
fight.
guys hold this?
Pretty simple stuff. All they did that fight was, it was kind of stalemating. It was getting drawn on for too long. They didn't really have that original plan go well. So what did they do? They calmed, okay guys, we need to do something, right? Let's all just commit to going for high ground, invest a lot of mats on it, potentially go for that kill. That led to them getting that initial knock because there was a solo on height, and then they can play from there. If you learned anything new from this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And we've got a bunch of new videos coming out on Churros. I'm just going to focus a lot on Churros content to get you guys prepared. And then with the new map, hopefully, or the updated map comes out, we can look at much off-spawn and mid-game stuff as well.